Hello. We got a couple shelves in our shed in here. You can see right there we got some of those plastic shelves we bought from Home Depot. And they're actually pretty decent, but I was looking on Temu and I seen some of their metal shelves that advertise 2,000, holds 2,000 pounds, 2,500 pounds, whatever. Anyway, this is the size of the box because I ordered one. It's supposed to be 72 inches high, like 33, 34 inches wide, and 18 inches deep. Pretty much it's going to match about what this plastic one right here is going to look like, or looks like. But it's in a box. It is. And it's supposed to have the slats for the wooden shelves too. So let's look at the size of this box. This is the size of the box right here. It's 3 inches wide and like this. So we're gonna go ahead and put this together real quick and take a look at it. And I spent a little under $50 for that. Those plastic shelves at Home Depot are around the same price. So let's go ahead and put this metal one together from Temu and see if it's actually any better quality than these plastic ones. Alright, here it is. I'd say it's decent, but it's really, I don't think it's any stronger than the plastic that we bought at Home Depot. And then these slats that go in there, it's pretty thin wood. So, and it's kind of flexible, so I don't know. It says 2,000 pounds, but I definitely wouldn't want to slam anything on it. I'd be afraid it would break. It does have a little cross piece right here. That camera a little closer. Okay. Actually sold my motorcycle I had. My neck injury is not letting me ride too much anymore, so I'm like, no one to ride with and my neck injury, so I sold that. So that's why I got this shed here, is where I used to park my motorcycle. Anyway, so I put a new shelf in it, and that plastic one we just bought, these two plastic ones are old. Then I just bought that one off of Temu, this metal one. And I'd say it's about the same exact size as that one right there. That's the plastic that we got from Home Depot, and that plastic one was pretty much the same price as this metal one off of Temu. But the thing is, with Temu, you can end up getting some really good deals. You buy stuff, get credit back, and everything else. If I'd have bought this on the credit back, I probably would have paid $15 for it. So Temu has some really good offers. But I would say this is a pretty good shelf. It's nice and lightweight. It comes with some mounting screws wherever I put them, so you can actually mount it up against the wall or something if you need to. I'm just going to have it free floating because I'm not going to put heavy weights on it. It's just going to be like camping gear and stuff like that, and fishing gear. So kind of like what I've done to that one. But what I'll do is probably move this one right up against the wall here, where these brackets are that are holding the fishing poles, and then slide it up in there. Then of course I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my fishing poles. Kind of like, now I'm like shelf heavy. But this shelf right here that's got all this gear on it, and repair gear and stuff like that for working on my vehicles and stuff, I'm going to get rid of a lot of that because my neck is pretty much taking a lot of that away from me. So I can only do what I can do now. Anyway, this shelf, is it worth it? I'd say it's worth what I paid for it. those heavy duty ones at Home Depot that are $190 or whatever, that's the same size as this. Yeah, they're not, their metal is a lot thicker. So if you want them really heavy duty where you're putting a lot of heavy stuff on them, I would stick with the ones from Home Depot. If you're just using it as a little shelving system to put your fishing gear and stuff on it like that, this will work just fine. And if you bolt it to the wall for stability. So I'm not going to use it for that anyway. And then what's nice with these shelves, when you put it together, it's just got these slots and the shelves have the pins on them. You just shove it in the whole slot, and then the boards are all, or these metals are all different pieces, so you just slide them in there. And you can put the shelf anywhere you want. So you can space them out. Like I got this one spaced out extra wide compared to the other ones. Why I did that, I don't know. I'm probably going to end up raising that one up a little bit. And maybe not. But I might move those top ones closer, because if you have the wider ones down at the top, you might be tempted to put more stuff in there, or bigger containers on the top. Not a good idea. So I will go ahead and, which is easy, to just move those slats out and move them up a little bit. No big deal. They just slide in and out. So that's another nice thing about these things. Those things are like, you know, you can't adjust the height on them. They're all exact same. These here, you can adjust the height and set it, or how far apart you're going to put those shelves. So I could probably just raise this one here in the middle up to about here, then have a narrow one right there, and then this top one a little bit bigger. I can stack like sleeping bags or something in there. And of course that one that's way up here, that's pretty much too high to put anything. So I think what I'm going to do is drop that one down to about down to here. That way I can actually use it, because if it's up against the top of the shed like those, you're not really going to have much space to be able to put anything. Because like right there, I got a couple propane tanks laying on the side, but it's a lot of wasted space. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this top down a little bit, and then I'll probably actually just move this one down here, and then this one down to here, and then I won't have to raise those up. Of course, 5 minutes later I'll think of something different. But you know how it goes. Any of you guys that do self projects, there's always you're like, let's do this now. It was, I was thinking it was $50, but I just looked it up. This one was like $40, $41, I think it was, 42. And if you shop local, if you pick on the local tab, then it's shipped from a local warehouse somewhere in the United States. So that it doesn't have to be shipped from China. It's already here. And what's nice is actually these side beams right here, the legs, have a connector right here that you can pop off, and those, so you can actually end up with two shelves. You have, you know, 3 shelves on one and 2 on the other. So you can actually have 2 shelving systems if you wanted. And it comes with these little foot pegs that go on the top right here. And down there on the bottom, it comes with 16 of them. So if you want to make it into 2 shelving systems instead of just one, then you have legs for or the pads for the top and the bottom on both of them. But since I only am making it into one tall one, now that I'm thinking again, like I said, you guys know how it is. Maybe I'll take it apart and then put 2 of them, a short one there and then a short one there. Hey, that might be a good idea too. And then I can keep my fishing pole holders up there. There we go, see? I broke it down into 2. And I have space underneath that one if I want to put anything underneath. That one's got a shelf to the bottom, one in the middle, one right there. One in the middle, and one right there. Look at that. And I didn't have to mess with my holders for my fishing poles. See, sometimes Sometimes things work out. Alright, that's what's nice about that thing. You can make 2 shelves out of it instead of just one, but you can't with those plastic ones. I mean, I guess you could, you just, because those legs are separate, you just pop it out of there. But then you wouldn't have extra feet. So, alright, that's what I did. Now I gotta put all my fishing gear in here and get it organized. Thanks for watching. Bye.